Social media has an impact on how a user behaves and what they expect, which plays a major role in dating. This allows social media to think for the person, rather than allowing the person to create their own morals and values surrounding dating and relationships. It's changing how we communicate, whether that's how often we post or what information we want to share with the entire world. So I pose, does social media generate a change in dating norms or expectations? As a result, this is having a huge impact on what we expect and how we behave, especially when it comes to the dating world. Just for some background reference, according to Brainwatch, as of April 2018, there are 7.6 billion internet users, and almost half of that, at 3 billion, are social media users. People use social media to connect with others with similar interests and experiences, which consciously, in most cases unconsciously, connects them into communities who share the same opinions and reinforce their values. Specifically, social network sites like Instagram that rely heavily on photos are positioned to influence one's ideas of right and wrong. There's this thing called seeing is believing, and young social media users take what they see and run with it. Deseret News stated images carry visual primacy and warranting value. This means photos have a bigger impact on people, especially the younger folks, that tweets or Facebook statuses wouldn't have that same impact. The more the photo is liked or shared, it becomes more believable and true in our brains. As humans, we tend to believe something is true or the norm until proven otherwise. For example, let's talk about meme culture. A meme is an idea, behavior, or style that spreads from person to person within a culture, often conveying a particular theme or phenomenon. This definition alone already hints at memes' positioning in the dating world because they're so widespread. There have been many memes that set expectations for girls and guys on the dating scene, like this meme here. When you finally meet a man who got goals, isn't full of himself, asks you out at 12 p.m., not 12 a.m., and talks about his feelings. Time. Did y'all see Rihanna at the Met Ball this Monday? Beautiful. Alright, anyway, back to the meme. This meme went viral. Yes, there are a percentage of people out here who actually experience this. However, there are a ton of others who haven't. But they feel they did. They internalize what they've seen and they believe it. So any guy who actually has goals, isn't full of themselves, and state their feelings isn't normal. Memes easily spread behavioral patterns. And like I said before, as young people, we easily take that information in. And I can say that being young myself. On social media, normal can be equated with what's getting more likes or retweets as validation. Teenagers are actively trying to form their own identities, and they do so by observing and absorbing all of their surroundings. And this is where online dating and online identity play hand in hand. Social media might help to discover things about another person that perhaps you would have found out later in time if the interactions were purely in person. You might find that some people are more comfortable revealing things about themselves online because it may be easier, and also it has become the thing to do online these days. Online, you can get frequent updates on how a person is feeling, what they're doing, whereas in person, you have to build a trust before you get into deeper conversations. And back to how we use social media as validation, just to wrap this all up. Take Tinder, for example. It's the dating app of all college students. Tinder is a widely used dating app where you either swipe left if it's a no, or you swipe right if it's a yes. And then you match with that person if they swipe back on you. In order to sign up for Tinder, you need to connect it to your Facebook page. And this brings me to the idea of transitive trust. Its definition completely goes over my head, so I'm going to try my best to explain it the best I can. We trust Tinder because it's connected to Facebook, which they've already had to share information on. Basic information like their name, their age, what college they may be attending, and things like that. You trust this because you yourself have a Facebook. So you not knowing Tinder or the person on Tinder, but their page being connected to Facebook, gives you that little ounce of trustworthiness. So since you're familiar with Facebook, you trust the system of Tinder a bit more. And that's the idea, a transitive trust. Online dating has shifted towards self-perception and putting your best foot forward. Are we truly getting to know the person for who they really are, or are we just knowing their online identities? So in the end, younger social media users need better judgment and media literacy to question whether what they're actually seeing is real or true. Yes, you got super liked, but should you really swipe right? Or because this meme has 30,000 tweets, it's actually true? Social media is becoming a defining entity in our society. And I don't know if these behavioral changes are going to be beneficial to our dating lives.